Okay, I get this question a lot. So should you leave a voicemail when you're calling your insurance leads? Let me tell you what I think. My name is David Duford, owner of DeFord Insurance Group. I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense Medicare and annuities. So should you leave a voicemail when you call your insurance prospects or insurance leads? My opinion is no. And here is why. I am convinced that the vast majority of people do not listen to their voicemail. They just find ways not to actually care to listen to it. Most people now, especially if you're calling business to consumer, you're calling like a residential style of lead, they're getting their voicemails transcribed. They are reading your voicemail instead of actually listening to it, and most likely aren't going to fully listen to the voicemail and understand what it is all about. Instead, what I think is a better use of your time than spending 20 to 30 seconds leaving a voicemail is to continue making dials. I think that by leaving consistent levels of voicemails, you're liable to reduce your overall effectiveness on making phone calls. I believe the more phone calls you make, the more people who you're going to talk with, and the more voicemails you leave, the likelihood is pretty high that most of them will not respond back. Or when you try to call back and they recognize your phone number, they've already deduced what you're about. And so they're going to have a preconceived notion already because I guess you kind of gave it to them. And they're going to avoid your phone calls anyway. And also the psychology too, when you're calling your insurance leads, is there something intriguing about calling and not leaving a voicemail? Seeing a phone number and wondering who that is. Is that somebody I know? Maybe I should call them back and see who it is. I can't tell you how many times calling we have seen our prospects call back to see what the deal was and what their reasons for calling were. And so that gets them back on the phone, I think, a lot more successfully than not leaving a voicemail at all. So in short, avoid leaving a voicemail. Continue dialing through your numbers to maximize your effectiveness and to maximize your total dials. And then also enjoy the fruits of your avoidance behavior. I guess that's not a true avoidance behavior. It's avoiding a behavior that's not conducive to sales, I think. By getting people to actually call you back because their curiosity gets the best of them. You'll get more people on the phone that way, and I think you'll be even that much more effective because of it. Hope you enjoyed this training. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you don't believe what I'm saying or you have second opinions, you're welcome to leave those too. Always welcome any contrasting opinions. And otherwise, if you're interested in learning more about my agency, click above or below. It'll take you to my website, and you can learn more about how I help agents become top producers. David Duford logging off. See you next time, guys. Ciao.